Next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis, one of boxing's most electrifying stars, shocked the world with his sudden retirement announcement. At the peak of his career, undefeated and celebrated for his explosive knockout power, Tank's decision to walk away from the sport raised eyebrows and ignited debates across the boxing world. This wasn't just another fighter calling it quits. It was a move that left fans, analysts, and even his own mentor-turned-rival, Floyd Mayweather, questioning the real reasons behind the decision. Was Tank trying to protect his legacy, or was he running from something darker? Before we dive into Floyd's shocking exposé, it's essential to rewind and reflect on Tank Davis's rise to fame. Tank was no ordinary boxer. He was the undefeated prodigy, the lightweight king, with a knockout reel that captivated boxing fans worldwide. His rise was meteoric, and his raw talent had boxing promoters calling him the future of the sport. Tank's training ethic was second to none. He was the first one in the gym and the last one out. He absorbed every lesson, watching Floyd Mayweather train and taking in the wisdom from the former champion who became his mentor. The bond between Floyd and Tank was deep. Floyd saw the potential in Tank and nurtured him, offering guidance not only in the ring, but also in the lifestyle of a boxer. Floyd spoke about how Tank was like family to him, noting that he treated Tank as his own, even inviting him into his home and showing him the ropes of the sport and life as a champion. Floyd's influence on Tank's career was undeniable. At one point, Floyd recalled how Tank approached him and expressed his desire to become the best, something that stuck with Floyd as one of his proudest moments with a young boxer. But as quickly as Tank's star rose, his personal life began to spiral out of control. His legal troubles, which included a hit-and-run incident in 2020 involving his Lamborghini, began to overshadow his success in the ring. Tank pled guilty to charges connected to the crash, in which a pregnant woman and 3 others were injured. Despite the gravity of the situation, Tank avoided jail time. Yet his legal issues continued to pile up, drawing the attention of fans and the media alike. While Floyd Mayweather had famously navigated the pressures of fame and fortune, maintaining his discipline despite a lifestyle filled with luxury and excess, Tank struggled. Floyd was known for his extreme discipline, often training after a night of partying and pushing through exhaustion to stay in peak condition. He ran miles home after nights out in Vegas, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to his craft. Tank, on the other hand, seemed to be losing his focus. The distractions in his personal life were beginning to take their toll. Tensions between Floyd and Tank began to surface as their mentor-mentee relationship grew strained. Floyd publicly accused Tank of disrespect, while Tank claimed that Floyd had sabotaged his career behind the scenes. One of the first signs of trouble came before Tank's fight with Jose Pedraza. Floyd had urged Tank to leave Baltimore, believing the city's distractions were holding him back. He offered Tank one of his penthouses in Las Vegas and a new Jeep, attempting to give him the best chance at success. But Tank, according to Floyd, sold the furniture and the Jeep, choosing to return to Baltimore and purchase a Benz instead. Floyd felt betrayed, as he had invested so much time and energy into Tank's development. Recently, Floyd took to the media to reveal that Tank's decision to retire wasn't just about leaving the sport on his own terms. According to Floyd, Tank knew that his legal issues were catching up with him, and retirement was his way of getting ahead of the inevitable fallout. The looming threat of a lifetime boxing ban was hanging over his head, and Tank, being the smart fighter that he is, realized that he needed to control the narrative. He didn't want to be remembered as the boxer who was banned or whose career was marred by scandal. Instead, he wanted to retire on his own terms before the sport turned its back on him. Floyd suggested that Tank's retirement was more about protecting his legacy than walking away from the sport voluntarily. He believed that Tank saw the walls closing and his legal troubles were escalating, and a potential ban could end his career forever. Floyd hinted that Tank didn't want to risk his freedom, career, and legacy for a sport that was becoming increasingly hostile toward him. Floyd didn't stop there. He further speculated that Tank's decision to retire wasn't just about avoiding a lifetime ban, but also about avoiding the embarrassment of being pushed out of the sport. Floyd believed that Tank, knowing his time in the ring was numbered due to his off-ring problems, wanted to leave before his situation turned ugly. Floyd hinted that Tank didn't want to be remembered as the fighter who was kicked out of the sport due to legal issues. By retiring early, Tank was trying to control his own exit, rather than allowing the sport to make that decision for him. The timing of Tank's retirement raised more questions. Just as he was preparing for one of the most significant challenges of his career, a fight against Lamont Roach, a highly skilled and determined fighter, Tank made the decision to walk away. Roach, known for his technical ability and heart, was seen as a serious threat to Tank's undefeated record. Analysts were eager to see how Tank would fare against him, but Tank's retirement left fans and pundits hanging, questioning what could have been. Would Tank have been able to cement his legacy with a victory over Roach and potential future matchups with other top fighters like Shocker Stevenson or Devin Haney? At a press conference before the Roach fight, the tension between the two fighters was palpable. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and the atmosphere was electric. Tank had to be physically restrained from going after Roach during the heated exchange. Roach taunted Tank about his legal issues, questioning his commitment to boxing and even suggesting that his decision to retire was a sign of weakness. Tank, clearly frustrated, responded with defiance, vowing that he would still be remembered as one of the best, regardless of his future in the sport. Despite all of this, Tank's retirement at the height of his career leaves behind more questions than answers. Could he have faced and defeated the best in the division? Could he have solidified his place as one of the greatest fighters of all time? The unanswered questions surrounding Tank's decision to walk away in his prime will linger long after his retirement announcement. For now, fans will have to live with the uncertainty, but the buzz around Tank's retirement continues to grow. Was it a strategic move to protect his legacy, or a surrender in the face of mounting legal and personal problems? Only Tank knows the true reason behind his decision, but one thing is clear: his exit from the sport will be remembered as one of the most shocking and controversial retirements in boxing history. In the end, Tank's career will be remembered for his undeniable talent and the explosive moments that captured the attention of the world. But his retirement, shrouded in mystery and controversy, may end up being the defining chapter of his boxing legacy. Whether it was a calculated move to protect his future or a decision driven by the pressure of his personal troubles, Tank Davis's retirement has left the boxing world stunned, and his future, much like his past, is now a matter of speculation.